And that's the hardest part of this, is I'm literally putting hours upon hours out there on the water. I'm working my butt off to find key areas where I can find either an area where kicker fish are. I might catch that 1 3 or 4 pounder, or I know where some areas are where I might be able to catch a limit of 2 pounders. But I'm looking for the win. I'm looking for areas that I think I could win the tournament, and it just takes a lot of work. And guys think that they could just show up to a lake and get lucky, and that's not how it works. That's not how you fish. And I don't care what guys are telling you out there, like, you know, oh, you know, you could just go back to this spot. You have to take a little bit of everything. You take stuff off the internet, you make sure you get your Lowrance electronics, you put a Navionics chip in there, you look at the structure, cover elements, anything that you could find on that, you take notes on that, you look at Google Earth, you listen to Doc Talk, you write all the notes down, and what happens is you start picking the best out of everything. You get the little details out of everything, and it comes down to the biggest thing is you got to go out there and you got to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to get on that water. You got to work your butt off. You got to use baits that, first of all, you could see fish. I like using topwater baits to draw fish up, especially in clear water. I want to see the fish. I want to see where they're coming from. I want to see how they're positioned. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that I can go to some key areas, and if I throw a topwater bait and the water's 5 to 15 foot visibility, and I don't see a fish within 10, 15, 20 minutes in key areas, points, humps, ridges, creek channels, and flats, especially if they have plus values in it. If there's a mudline by it, or there's bait fish, or there's jumping fish, if there's plus values, and I don't see anything going after my offering for topwater, boom. Pick up your mid-depth, your spinner baits, your rip baits, your crank baits. You check mid-depth, then go down and you check the bottom. So the best areas that I find, those best areas have 3 water columns to fish: top, middle, bottom. If you're on a topwater bite and you think that's going to be the winning, you know, technique for the tournament, and you have some areas where you found fish and you burn by them with the topwater, and you're like, man, the topwater bite's gone, they're not going to eat, and you'll leave those areas and you don't pick up a crankbait and fish over the top of the cages, or do a rip bait over the grass line, or punch the grass and get a big zipper grub down at the bottom of it, or a drop shot or a jig, and you don't fish the best areas with top, middle, bottom, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. Is you find the best darn areas out there. You look for good point values. You look for unbelievable plus values. So you add up all the plus values, and you got to really pay attention to that. And then you have to find the top, middle, bottom bait, and you got to work at it. You got to take good notes, and then hopefully everything will click. Tournament day, everything will click. But the biggest thing is, for me, and this might be out there, but I fish like you during pre-fish, but I fish like me during the tournament. I will never show my hand to winning fish until it's time to catch the winning fish. And I want to be the guy that brings in that ultimate sack tournament day, and I don't want to be the winner of pre-fish. So there's just some key things on breaking down lakes and what I look at for pre-fishing during a tournament. Everybody has their own, you know, different ideas and stuff. I could talk for days on this. But I know I'll probably put half of you to sleep, so that's not what we're meant to do here at the BBZtv. We're here to give you some different ideas, a different way of thinking at things, and actually you guys got to go out there and work at it, and it's hard work. So appreciate your time. The next time you see me, I'm going to be out there at the lake, and I'm going to be pre-fishing for the next couple weeks. So if I get on a good pattern of stuff and I have the camera ready, I'll put some more videos up for you guys. But hopefully that last 3 videos, getting the boat ready, going through the lures, getting everything ready on that, and then now working on the graphs, working on the Lowrance, the HDS, pulling up the Navionics, checking out weigh spots, and then getting on the water, figuring out the water level, boom. Then I got to figure out my seasonal cover, structure areas, boom. Then I'm looking for my plus values, get my right lures, top, middle, bottom, go out there, start putting down a good game plan, and then executing. And if you do it right, if you do better than everybody else, you win the boat. So thanks for listening. I hope this helps some of you guys. I know you've been asking. It kind of gives you a little bit of the insight of what I think about when I go out and pre-fish, and hopefully this will help you and you can start catching more fish during tournaments as well. So we'll catch you next time here at the BBZ TV.